Hey folks, welcome back to Disturbia, the test map created for me by Monarchs, and I had something that I wanted to test, and so we are here to test it. Playing on my Maypole Let's Play, I have some corn that I want to silage, and I wasn't sure what point was the best growth state to silage it. I had a look in the XML. It suggested you could chop it for silage at growth state 5, 6, or 7. So I have in front of me fields that are in growth state 5, 6, and 7. They have been limed, manured, ploughed, and then planted with a planter that applies liquid fertilizer as it plants. I did not roll them, but they are all exactly the same. So they have double fertilization, they have been limed and ploughed. Weeds and stones are turned off. And then what I did is I planted this first field, I slept overnight or for a month, planted the next field, slept, and then planted again. Seasonal growth is turned off, and what we therefore have is this first field, which is harvest ready with a yield bonus of plus 95%. This second field, which is in growth state 6 of 7 with the same yield bonus of plus 95%. And then this last field, which is in growth state 5 of 7 with a yield bonus of plus 95%. And if you did not see the video where I showed off this map for the first time, I have baselined in these fields all for the same test, produce exactly the same amount of crop. They are all exactly the same size. I have a forage harvester set up ready for each one, and I'm going to use a worker to harvest them. I have crop destruction turned off, so that if the worst happens, then there'll be no crop destroyed. If we turn off flight mode, I should be able to enter the vehicle. Each one also has silage additive, so that we get the most crop possible for what's available. And yeah, I'm not expecting a difference. It has been suggested to me there is a difference. I watched a Pharmacop video where there was a very slight difference, but I'm not sure if that was just natural variation or not. So yeah, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna do 2 headlands, and we're just gonna get them to get to work, basically, and see how they go. It's my second attempt at trying to record this video because I had some issues with the workers not behaving, so we'll see how we get on. I'm hoping that I can use workers to do this. They have the TARDIS trailers on the back, which can hold 200,000 litres, so they should be able to harvest everything in one hit. I'm not expecting to get more than 200,000 litres off of these fields. Hopefully, we'll see. And we have Simple Inspector running, so we can see how they get on as they go. Well, we will probably end up skipping ahead or time-lapsing some of this because it might take a little while. I don't know. I'm just going to keep an eye on things because this was about the point where it went a little bit wrong last time. Seems to be behaving. So any missed crop, I will come back and clear up afterwards with the appropriate vehicle so that we get a true record of how much crop each harvester cleared off of its own field. And I'm kind of hoping that I don't have to refill silage additive and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's been a while since I was motivated to do a test like this. It's kind of late to be doing a test like this, I feel, but I wanted to know. And with most of these things, I kind of like to do my own testing. I have a map that is perfect for doing this kind of testing because I can do it side by side. So I figured, why not? this map is literally built for doing this kind of testing. So yeah, we will jump out of the forage harvester. We'll put flight mode back on and enable flight and see how these guys get on. So gonna have to do a bit of tidying up. We did use a little bit of the prairies and plains kit because it was an opportunity to. I didn't actually do any of the driving apart from a little bit of the ploughing. I got workers to do it all while I was doing other things. But yeah, it was a basically when I want to know something, I like to test it. So, and I think you should too. You know, it's not that long a thing to find out. Yes, I have a map that's specially set up for this, but you can just do it yourself on any other old map. Just save the game and repeat the tests. So, but what I think I'll do is I'll speed this bit up and we'll come back when they've done some harvesting. Okay, we are just taking over from the first worker because they have left a rather nice strip of shame, and also there's a whole load of stuff up here that needs tidying up, so we should do that. You might just hear my air conditioning unit spooling down in the background. It's very warm here. I'm trying not to whinge about it. Yes, I have an air conditioning unit. It has been switched off for the last quite a while because I've been recording videos and it is now 30 something degrees in here. So yeah, it's kind of where you can see that one has a strip of shame too. The worker might actually help us out and tidy that one up. You can see that one is on a very similar amount of chaff in its chaffage store. It's a technical description, by the way. So we'll see. I'm not sure if it's going to be different or not by the time we finished. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. But I am curious, and it'd be interesting because if you can chop it at 5 and still get essentially the same yield, that's really early. It's really early. I think that's earlier than you could in previous iterations of the game. So yeah, we're very close to finding out. I did have to stop and increase the capacity of the trailers because, as you can see, we've got more than 200,000 litres, and I didn't want to have to swap trailers because that's just a bit of a faff. So there we go, that's the first one done. So that's 292,919. Let's jump in the next one, fire this guy up, unfold the pipe. We've just got to do the corners here. And I guess if we get about 700 litres out of the corners, this will be the same. And the other one, we've just got the corners to do as well. So And I color coded the trailers just so that we can remember which field they came from. There might be that we're going to get a difference. Yeah, but we're going to get maybe slightly more, but maybe down in the weeds. But there are no weeds. I know. Oh, I tell you, it's hot weather. It goes away tomorrow, thankfully. Okay. But really not very much difference. So let's unfold the pipe. Turn on the machine and it looks like we're maybe going to get ever so slightly more again. It almost feels like it's within the margin of error. No, I mean, that is slightly more. But it does feel, if it wasn't a trend in that it's going up through the growth states, I would have said it was margin of error, which is why I wanted to test it, because I think when Farmer Cop tested it, he only tested the 2 growth states, and I was convinced it was margin of error. But across the 3, it is definitely a trend. So, yeah, that's almost 1,000 litres more. I mean, it's not a lot, is it? It's what? Not even 0.5%. So we go 2938, 2932, 292. So basically, yeah, it's 1,000 litres out of 300,000 litres across the growth states. If it wasn't a trend, I would have said it was margin of error. But you do get slightly more in the last growth state. So if you want to maximize it, you chop in the last growth state, but you're waiting 2 more months. So is it worth? It depends what you're doing with the field next, I guess. Is it worth waiting 2 months for an extra? What is that? Bear with me one moment, dear viewer. Let's call it 1,000 litres over 300,000. 1/3% on your yield. That really does feel like margin of error, apart from the fact that it's a trend. So it's clearly not, but 1/3% for 2 months of growth doesn't feel like it to me, but up to you. There's the data. Yes, you get more for each month that you let it grow, but it's 1/3% for 2 months from the testing that I've just done. There you go. If this video was useful, click the like button. Comments, questions, suggestions, stick them below, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.